So, good afternoon. Welcome to Pilates. We're going to start just in a comfortable seated position and start with cat and cow just to warm up the spine. So when you inhale, look up, really arch the back. And when you exhale, think about crunching the belly. So really tighten the belly and bring the chin to the chest. So big breaths in and squeeze and crunch the breath out. And as you do this, try to speed it up, not only the movement of your body, but your breath. And we'll do 2 more big breaths in and out. Good. All right, let's take our right hand out to the side. We're going to inhale our left arm up and over, and then we're going to exhale and bend the elbow and look behind our left shoulder. So we're taking it more into a twist. So we'll inhale, reach, exhale, bend, squeeze, and twist back. We'll do this 5 more times. So make sure you bend the elbow before you twist back. Feel a stretch when you inhale. Feel a little crunch when you exhale. Good. See if you can start to twist a little bit deeper. See if you can move a little bit faster. Good. 2 more times. Really squeeze out that left side of your body. And then come back to center and switch sides. Left hand down, right arm reaches over. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbow, pull it back. Yeah, you warmed up quickly, huh? Good. So remember to bend the elbow before you twist. Feel a little crunch. Inhale, stretch. See if you can move just a little faster for the last 3. Good. Now let's do a couple shoulder rolls. Roll the shoulders back. And then forward. Good. Now we're going to do bicep curls, but we're going to get into the wrist as well. So you'll start with an open palm. You're going to inhale, bring the arms up to shoulder level. And when you exhale, make a fist and curl the arms in. So you'll bring it down, open it up, inhale, exhale, bring it down. So when you're bringing it down, try to hold the breath. Good. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed, not creating any tension on top of the shoulders. And we'll do 3 more. Start to feel it in the hands. The arms might feel a little heavier. Last one. Good. Now let's bring the hands to a prayer pose. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, look up, and exhale, hands to heart. 2 more of those. Big breaths in and out. And last one. Good. Now find tabletop position. We're going to work a little bit more on the wrists. So we'll start with the fingers facing forward, hands right underneath your shoulders. You're going to inhale, press into the palms, and when you exhale, turn your fingers to face each other. And then we'll turn the fingers back forward, then the fingers away from each other, and then the fingers towards the knees. So be careful here. And then once you get the groove of it, keep it going. So you're trying to do a nice circle with the wrist, but feeling the pressure and the stretch. If you want to speed it up, you can, or you can keep it nice and slow. We're working the muscles in the forearms. And do one more complete circle with the wrist. Good. Now shake one hand out and then shake the other hand out. And flatten that right palm and inhale your left arm up. You can push your hips to the left, feel a stretch for maybe a breath or two. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring that left arm underneath the body and inhale it right back up. So we're not threading, we're moving with it. We'll thread it after the 7th one. So reach and crunch. Big breath in on the way up, big breath out on the way down. On that last one, you can take it all the way under, coming on to that left shoulder, and then we'll move on to the right shoulder. So unless this bothers you, you can skip it, but you're gonna inhale and slowly circle that right arm back, take it into a half bind, and then reach it back forward when you inhale. And when you exhale, reach it back to your half bind. So if that feels okay on the shoulder, do that 7 times. Remembering to feel the stretch with every movement. And on that 7th one, you can hold it in your half bind or reaching forward. You choose. On your next inhale, slowly push yourself up. Bring that left arm up and take a slow circle back. You can do 1 or 2, and then we'll go into the other side. So the left hand comes down, inhale the right arm up, push the hips to the right, feel your stretch. And then on your exhale, bring the hand underneath and begin inhaling up and exhaling little crunch 7 times. On that 7th one, you're going to thread it through, coming on to the right shoulder, feeling your stretch for a moment, and then reaching your left arm forward, and then taking that half bind series where you take it back on your exhale and reach it forward on your inhale. 7 is our number today. Remember to take your time. And on that 7th one, either hold it in your half bind or reaching towards the front of your mat. On your next inhale, slowly come up, reach that right arm up and a slow circle back. Good. All right, let's find our way to our first downward facing dog. So plant the hands, send the hips high. You can walk your dog, take turns bending your knees. Just get used to your downward facing dog for about 4 breaths. And then we'll warm up our shoulders by inhaling to plank pose. Tighten your belly, press into your palms, and then gently lower your right knee. Keep your belly engaged, and then lift your right knee and lower your left knee. And keep switching. Go at your own pace, but don't lose the activation of the core. Try to inhale when you pull the knee up. Try to exhale down. We've got 3 more. Good. Now let's take it back to child's pose when you're done. Take a deep breath in through your nose, open the mouth, sigh it out. Now let's inhale, come up, and exhale to cobra. So you're going to inhale back to child's pose and exhale back to cobra. Find your groove, your momentum, and use your breath to guide you. Two more. Good. All right. Now let's bring the elbows down. We're going to be coming into dolphin. So elbows down, reach for your elbows. That's a good safe distance for your arms. And then flatten your palms, tuck your toes, and send your hips up into dolphin. Now think about tucking the pelvis and untucking the pelvis. So tuck the pelvis, untuck, and then tuck and hold. Lift your right leg up in the air if you can on your inhale. Lower your right leg, lift your left leg up, and then keep switching. See if you can do 7 on each leg. If you're only able to do 2, that's fine. Keep breathing deep. You're halfway there. Try not to let your elbows bulk out. And when you're done with your 7, lower the belly, come right into Sphinx pose. Do a couple head circles. Come back to your breath when you get there. Reverse your head circles. Good. Now let's get into the back a little bit. So come all the way down to the belly. We'll reach both arms forward. Slightly tuck your chin and lift your right arm and your left leg. Right arm, left leg. And hold. Try to squeeze your left cheek. Try to bring your right arm up a little higher. Good. Now lower the arm and leg. Take a breath to rest, and then go right into the other side. Lifting left arm and right leg. Really squeezing that right cheek. Try to lift your left arm a little higher. Two more breaths. And then slowly lower down. Make a little pillow for your head. Rest your chin on your head. Take a breath. And then rest your chin on your head. That's not what I meant, but hopefully you guys got it. Rest your forehead on your hands. And on the inhale, we're going to lift our forehead up, but keep your chin tucked. So you're just lifting the head and then you're lowering back down. So 7 of these. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You should start to feel this in the back of your neck, possibly your shoulders. A few more. And the last one we're going to hold. So really tuck the chin, press into the palms, press into the elbows, and then lower down. Reach the arms behind you. We'll inhale and lift the legs and the arms. So we'll inhale up, squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders back, and exhale down. Keep it going. Inhale up, exhale down. When you inhale up, remember to squeeze, try to hold, and then lower. If you want to close the eyes, you can just turn this into like a little meditation, just focusing on strengthening your back, taking in as much air as you can, lifting up as high as you can. 4 more. And that last one, we're going to hold up, tuck the chin, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the hands under the shoulders, push back to either child's pose or downward facing dog. Counteract, give your body a little stretch. And then come on up to seated. So we're going to start with both legs straight. Make sure that you're in the middle of your mat. You're going to flex your feet, work on sitting up tall. We're going to reach our arms forward when we inhale. And when you exhale, twist to your left. So twist at the waist and the shoulders. Then inhale back to center, exhale right. Keep it going. And if you notice yourself leaning back, make sure you come back forward before you bring the body back to center. Good. One more each side. Good. Relax the legs, take a little fold forward, relax the arms. And then come back to where we started. Find that L shaped with the body, bring the arms out like a T. Inhale, turn to your right. Exhale, turn to your left. And keep it going. Imagine you're wringing out the belly. Keep the feet flexed. Keep the shoulders relaxed, even though they're extended. Two more each side. And then come into butterfly, take a little fold. Take 4 breaths. Find that L shaped with the body. This time we're going to lean back a little bit. So now you're more in like a, not so much an L. And then we're going to bring the arms up. So the more that you lean back, the more intense this will be. So you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, bring your hands down by your right hip. And then inhale the arms up, exhale down by left hip. Keep it going. Keep the feet flexed. They help to keep the legs in the muscle, or the muscles in the legs, I can't talk today, active. Good. See if you can speed it up. Reach up when you inhale, arch when you exhale. And we're doing this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and give the knees a little hug. Either reach for the elbows or the wrist in front of the knees, and then pull your shoulders back away from your ears. Come back to your deep breath. Hold your deep breath in, and then let it go. All right, so next we're going to hold on to our right foot with both of our hands. And you don't want to allow your left knee to fall out. You want to keep that foot flat. You want to try to sit up tall, and then you're going to bring your right knee up. You can straighten the leg or you can keep the knee bent, and then you're going to bring it right back down. We're doing this 7 times. So inhale it up, feel your stretch, and exhale it back. 5 more. You can look up if you want to stretch the neck and work the eyes a little bit. Maybe you might feel a little stretch in the shoulders when you straighten the leg. Last one. If you want more, hold the legs straight and bring the chin to the chest, pull back into the shoulders. And then slowly lower that leg. Bring the hands behind you, right under the shoulders if you can, fingers face forward. We're going to straighten that leg and bend that leg. So same leg, we're just using the muscles now and not the hand. Try to pull the shoulders back a little bit. We've got 2 more. Good. And find that hug again. Take your 4 deep breaths. And then come out of your hug, reach for your left foot with both of your hands. Make sure your right foot is flat. Sit up tall. When you inhale, start to straighten the leg, pull back into the shoulders. When you exhale, bring it down. 6 more times. Good. You want to make sure that knee is going up as much as possible. So if it's coming out, walk the foot out a little bit so you have more space. And on the last one, hold with the legs straight. If you can, bring the chin to the chest and pull back into the shoulders. And then lower the leg, bring the hands down, and begin to bend and straighten the left leg without using the hands. Pull back into the shoulders. Good. 2 more. Good. All right, let's lower all the way down to the back. We're going to be doing leg lifts. So if you need to support your lower back with your hands or add cushion underneath, please do so. Both legs are straight, both feet facing up. On the inhale, bring your right leg up. And then on the exhale, pulse it down. So little movements of pulsing all the way down, as slow as you can. And then the left leg, same thing. Inhale it up and pulse it down. Notice what your toes are doing when you pulse. Are you spreading them? Is only one moving? Keep it going. Keep switching the legs, lifting up, pulsing slowly down. And then notice your shoulders. Are they still on the mat or have they rounded up? If so, try to press them down and relax them. One more each leg, and then we'll do both legs. Before doing both legs, if you have any discomfort in the lower back, you might want to take a bridge pose. If you took that bridge, go ahead and lower back down to the back. Flex both feet. On the inhale, lift both feet up as high as you can and pulse both legs down. And you'll notice the pulsing might be different. You might want to pulse your upper body, but really focus on pulsing those legs. And keep it going. Inhale up slowly. Pulse down even slower. We've got 2 more. Last one, see if you can inhale up as slow as you can, keeping your feet flexed, exhaling down as slow as you can with a little pulse. Coming into your bridge pose when you're done. Bringing your arms out like a T with your palms facing up. Send your weight to your shoulders. Option to lift your right leg in the air on your inhale. Keep the leg lifted and lower your hips, and then lift your hips and lower your leg. Inhale, left leg lifts in the air. Lower your hips while the leg is lifted. Lift your hips, lower the leg. Try that 2 more times on each side. When you're done, stay in your bridge. And then lower down, give your knees a hug. Hug them into your belly. Rock yourself side to side. And then make sure your surrounding area is clear because we're going to straighten the arms above the head, straighten the legs out long, take a breath in, and when we exhale, we're going to circle the arms, hug the knees in, and crunch the body. So it's an inhale, nice and long, and an exhale, crunch. 7 times. Fill your body up when you inhale, squeeze it all out when you exhale. Last one, try to hold your breath when you inhale. Try to hold completely empty when you exhale. Hold on to the back of your thighs. Rock yourself up and down a couple of times, and then come into seated. We're going to do a pranayama technique, which is really good for the abs, also very cleansing. So we're going to try to do it for 2 whole minutes if possible. If you have high blood pressure, I don't recommend doing this. I just recommend breathing slowly. And if you're good to go, you can have your hands resting. You can have your hands on your belly. I recommend 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the belly. And as we breathe, you want your hand that's on your stomach moving more than your hand that's on your chest. So we're going to inhale through both nostrils and we're going to pump it out. And then notice, it's like squeezing your belly and then poofing it out. So you want your belly to go in and out. And even if you just need to practice on moving the stomach in and out without the breath, and then include the breath. You can be going fast, you can be going slow, especially if you're just learning. You might go slower. And then notice, have you started to slouch? Sit back up, close the eyes if you need to. Just focus on pumping that belly. See if you can pump a little faster for the last 30 seconds. For the last breath, inhale, tighten everything, your shoulders, your face, your belly, and then let it all go. And if you were working to your max, your stomach should be tired as if you were doing some crunching. So just take a few more breaths. Good. All right, let's head to tabletop. So we're going to be doing some knee kicks, if you will. And I want you to think about bringing the heel into the cheek and then taking the heel away from the hip. So first we'll be doing kicks in and out. So we'll start with the right leg. We'll straighten the leg and then we'll bring the heel in as if we were kicking the right cheek. So let's do this about 10 times with that right leg, just bending and straightening with the intention of bringing the heel in and kicking yourself, if you will. It doesn't really matter if the foot is flexed or pointed. You want to try to keep that knee at hip level, so not very low or too high. And then let's switch sides. Left leg straightens, begin to bend and straighten with the intention that you're bringing that heel in to kick the cheek. When you're done with your 10, rest for a moment just to sway the hips left and right if you feel any tension. Next, we'll flex the foot and take it out to the side. So we'll go into the left side first. So think about bending the knee, taking it towards the elbow, and then kicking the foot away and the heel away. So again, not straight back. You're going to go out to the side 10 times. So kick, bring it in, and kick. Think about going towards your back left corner of your mat. And when that leg is straight, squeeze the cheek again. Keep going. We're doing this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Come down to the elbows. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to a forearm plank. Straighten your legs. Make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Bring those hips to align with the shoulders. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. See if you can walk your feet towards your face. Come into Dolphin for another 5. Tuck your pelvis, send your belly towards your thighs. 4, 3, 2. Slowly start to bend your knees as wide as your mat. Take it into child's pose with a reverse prayer behind the head or reaching for the shoulders. All right. Find tabletop on your next inhale so we can do the right side. When you get to your tabletop, right foot, flex it and begin to kick the leg and the foot back towards the back right corner of your mat. The more you bring the knee to the elbow, the more of the crunch you'll feel on the right side. Remember to squeeze that right cheek when you straighten the leg. We're doing this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, from here, we're going to come down to the elbows. We're going to come back to the hands. We're doing this 7 times. So coming down to the elbows and forearms, back to the hands. When you come back to the hands, squeeze your belly. Let your core help you. Make sure you keep your fingers spread and you flatten those palms. That'll help you in your flow classes. When you're done with your 7, you're going to take it back to that forearm plank. While in your forearm plank, option to step the left foot off of the mat, then bring it back in, right foot off the mat, bring it in. If you're good with that, try it 2 more times each side. And then meet me in Finks. Lower it all down. Let's send the chest forward. Let's send the chin towards the sky and close the eyes. Think about someone behind you pulling your shoulders away from your front body and towards your back body. All right. Hopefully we all have enough space to bring our arms out like a T. We're going to inhale and lift our upper back, but keep your hands on the ground, palms flat. Inhale, look to your left. Hold, press into those palms, try to lift a little higher, and then pull the shoulders back. Look down at your mat. Inhale, press into the palms, lift up a little more, and look to your right. Try to lift a little higher. And then lower down. Make a pillow for your face. Start to circle your knees. Reverse your circles. And then you can rest your forehead on your hands, or you can just make a little pillow and have your head lifted. We're going to be doing leg lifts from this angle. So on the inhale, lift your right leg up, hold and pulse. So little lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it. Left leg, lift it up, pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Right leg, lift and hold. Really squeeze that right cheek, and then think about sending your pelvic bones deeper into your mat. Start to circle your right ankle, but keep squeezing that glute as tight as you can. And then flex your foot and turn your toes to the right. And hold, keep lifting it up. Toes turned out, foot's flexed. And then lower the leg and relax. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Squeeze that cheek, press the pelvic bones down, start to circle the ankle. Flex the foot, turn the toes out to the left. Try to lift the leg a little higher. And then relax. Now both legs. Inhale, both legs up. Squeeze both cheeks. Circle both ankles. Press those pelvic bones down. Press that low back down. Flex both feet. Turn both toes out to the side. Lift the legs and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right. So next, I'll show you what we're going to do. It's kind of going to be like core crunches to take us into pigeon pose. If you want to do this from tabletop, that's fine. It'll look more like this. And then at the end, you'll need to walk your hands forward so that you can come into pigeon pose. Now, if you'd like to join me in doing this from downward facing dog, we're going to start with the right side. It's going to be 7 crunches on the right side. The last one takes us into pigeon. So either find that tabletop or that down dog. Start with the right leg lifted. Exhale, knee to nose, 7 times. Make sure you're squeezing your belly when you crunch. Try to hold your crunch if you can. And on that 7th one, take it into your pigeon. When you get into your pigeon, square off your hips, pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. And then look back at your left leg. Make sure your foot's going straight back and your heel, knee, and hip are as aligned as you can get them. Then we're going to inhale, come onto the fingertips. On the exhale, bend the elbows, come down to the elbows and forearms. Don't get too comfy. We're not staying here. Come back to the hands. Inhale, try to come onto the fingertips, look up. Exhale, bend the elbows, come down. See if you can give me one more of those. Inhale, turn into your pigeon, bend it all down, and now you can rest in pigeon if this is comfortable for you. If you're not feeling pigeon today, you can go into child's pose or another pose. If you're in pigeon, slowly come back to your hands and slowly bring your knees back together. So now you're in tabletop. With that right leg, you're going to straighten it, bring it over to the left, look behind the shoulder at the foot, stretch out the hip. If your wrists are tired, you can do this from your elbows. Now we're going to take it as far to the right as we can. Look at our toes, press back into our hips. Start to flex the foot. Maybe you turn the foot from side to side, stretch out your ankle. And then come back, bring that knee back in. Inhale, as you exhale, come down to the elbows and forearms. Find forearm plank. Walk the feet in, find dolphin. Gently lower the knees, find child's pose. Stretch out your shoulders for 2 more breaths. Try to get your belly in between your thighs. Find a little comfort in this pose. And then we'll do that second round of core crunching. So if you were in down dog, go ahead and find down dog again. If you were in tabletop, find your tabletop. We'll go into the left side. So inhale, left leg up. Exhale, crunch 7 times. Remembering to squeeze the belly, try to hold your crunch if you can. On that 7th one, you're going to bring the knee between the hands and find your pigeon. Doing your alignment check, pulling your left hip back, looking behind at your right leg. Make sure it's nice and straight. Inhale. When you're done, come on to the fingertips, look up. Exhale, bend the elbows, come down. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, fold. And last one. And get nice and comfortable. On your next inhale, come back to your hands. Slide your knees together. Take that left leg outside the right side of your mat. Look behind your right shoulder at your toes. Stretch your hip. And then bring the leg over to the left. Press back into the hips. Flex the foot. Start to turn the foot left and right. Feel a little stretch here. Good. And let's come on down to seated. Let's take some time to do our little joints. So starting with the toes, let's curl the toes. Try not to move the ankles. And when you get into your seat, try to sit up tall. Make sure your hips are in the center and then curl your toes. And then try to spread your toes, even if they don't move. And then bring your toes and feet closer together and then away and together. Good. Now bring your hands down by your side and start to circle your ankles. 7 circles. And then reverse and do 7 circles in the opposite direction. Good. Now hug your right knee in. Hug it in as close as you can. If you need to make space for your belly, that's always a good idea. You're going to hug and reach for your elbows, flex your left foot, and just sit up tall. And then if your right hip has lifted, bring it back down. Okay. And then bring your chin to your chest and your forehead closer to your knee and your shoulders pull back towards the back of your mat. Inhale, try to sit up taller as your head comes up. Hug with your left and twist to your right, coming into a spinal twist to your right. Slowly come out of your twist. Allow your right knee to fall down to the ground gently. Inhale, both arms up. Flex your left toes, and as you exhale, reach for them. Try to pull your right shoulder down. Try to pull your right hip down. Inhale, bring the body up, flex the foot, reach up, exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze the belly, reach, exhale. Last one. Big breath in, reach forward first, and then fold. And hold your fold. 2 more breaths. And then come out of your stretch, switch out your legs. You're gonna hug that left knee in now. The foot is flat. Make space or readjust and make sure that left hip's down on the ground. And then reach for your elbows. Pull your shoulders back as your chin goes towards your chest. Keep your right foot flexed. Find a spinal twist to your left, hugging with your right, and twist to your left. Come out of your twist and allow that left knee to fall down gently. Flex your right foot. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, take your fold, holding on, and then try to lower your left shoulder. Now we inhale up, squeeze our belly as we reach. Exhale, fold. 2 more. And hold that last one for 2 breaths. And then come on up and find boat pose. So hold on to the back of the thighs, chest lifts, shoulders back. Either stay here or see if you can bring your feet up, align them with your knees. You can keep holding on, or you can try to release the hands, maybe try to straighten the legs without compromising your pose. So we're holding for about 35 seconds. So make sure you're not holding your breath. Keep breathing. If you want to test your balance, try to close your eyes. Maybe find a mudra. Take a deep breath in. Try to lift the chest. Try to pull the knees in. And on the exhale, lower the feet as slow as you can and take a hug. Last little bit of effort or work that we'll do. I'll show you from the side view. If you have a supported shoulder stance or plow in your practice, that's where we're going to head. So if so, you'll come into your supported shoulder stance, and then we'll work on lowering one leg, bringing it back up, and then work on lowering the other leg. Now, I think we all have that in our practice, but just in case you're not wanting to do that today, you can just lift one leg, stretch it as far back as you can, and then lower and switch. So, whichever option, you're coming down to your back. Important part, if you're doing the supported shoulder stance, make sure you walk your elbows close together and try to get your hands up your mid-back. Once your weight is on your shoulders, you can begin to lower the leg above the head. Two more each side. And if you have plow in your practice and you want to take those feet above your head, go ahead and do so. But whenever you've had enough, come on down to your back, take a couple windshield wipers of the legs, and any last movements or stretches that you need tonight or this afternoon. And then when you're done, bring the soles of the feet together, reach the arms above the head for the corners of the mat, and just be here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. 3 more of those breaths. Big breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. And one more big breath in through your nose. And open your mouth, sigh it out. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just thank yourself for being so strong, for being open to trying new things. And just thank yourself for taking this time out of your busy schedule to spend with me, getting stronger and happier together. Bring your knees back together on your next inhale. Gently roll onto your right side and push yourself up to seated position. When you get to seated, think about waking up the body so you can circle the head slowly. And then circle the shoulders. Get into the elbows, maybe do like a backstroke swim or a underwater swim. And then get into the wrist. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. And then let's take a deep breath in as we open our eyes, bring the arms up. And as you exhale, hands to heart. And I just want to thank you all for joining me today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.